and welcome back to our hardcore randomized Nuzlocke of Pokemon Platinum. We are in the Great White North. Oh, you're in the party. I was gonna show the snow and stuff, but all right.
You were gonna show the snow and stuff? What, point up or point to the side?
I'll gesture toward the camera. Wait, where am I on the screen? It's over there. There's the snow. Look, we're in a pit.
Yeah.
A powder pile. I don't spend enough time.
Powder pile?
I don't know the terms, man.
Look at all those powder piles outside.
Well, what's the term when like skiers, like they end up in like a...
The moguls?
No, like a deep pit of powder. So like if you don't like ski perfectly over it, you like sink into it. Like there's gotta be some kind of term for that.
Maybe, man, I don't know. So I trained up the team.
Oh, great, good. Very good, thanks, man.
The jump pluff was a bit annoying, but experience share made that a little bit better. And now we have an annoying Pokemon to lead off with.
Ooh, very good. I love being annoying.
I mean, I feel like the best strategy with this thing, I mean, Mega Drain obviously is bad, 3 thumbs down. But, I mean, we can Leech Seed, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, depending on the situation, and then switch into the appropriate Pokemon. So that's nice. If we lose anything.
Leech Seed.
Oh, it's one of the best moves in Pokemon.
Yeah, like especially in playthroughs, you cannot, like the fact they cannot full restore it away is just like no other status condition is, very few. Actually, is there another negative effect you can put on an enemy Pokemon that cannot be removed by a full restore?
I mean, you could put like a curse on them.
A curse
like a curse.
A curse is good. Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Oh no, I meant like a real curse. Like voodoo.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that, but I assume you do. You were talking about like you were trying to make up words and stuff. I don't know. It didn't feel real. I don't know if
powder pile is made up. It's more just like
a word that no one says.
Maybe not an official term, but I think it's a real, like, it's just like, yeah, this is a pile of powder. It's like a leaf pile.
Okay.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna look it up.
All right. If you know what? I'm just gonna let you go off into your own world and discover the outside. There it is.
Epic Pow! Term for powder after a big storm when the skiing is at its best.
Yeah, man. Up in New England, we say that all the time.
Yeah,
I just saw my mom the other day. She was talking about skiing. She could not stop bringing that up.
Epic Pow.
I genuinely talked to my mom yesterday, and she talked to me about skiing. Epic Pow somehow did not come up.
Yeah, as maybe unsurprising due to my residence in Texas, I have not done much skiing in my life. In fact, I've done no skiing. I've only done snowboarding. And I wasn't very good at it.
Snowboarding is really hard. Like, that's not something you can really just pick up.
Yeah, I was an 8th grade boy and I was like, I want to be cool. And it's like, now I wish I'd just done the skiing.
Yeah, how'd that go for you? I'm sorry.
I mean, the snowboarding was fine when I was in 8th grade. In 12th grade, then I didn't do it for 4 years. And then we went my senior year and I was crashing a lot. And also, like, where we went in New Mexico, it didn't have enough, like, snow. So like half the mountain was closed and I'm like, it was crowded and it just kind of sucked and I was crashing a lot and I was like, screw this. I want to make a video, like a YouTube video. So I only actually went up on the mountain to like ski and stuff or to snowboard and stuff. Like one of the, no, go up.
See, go up as I'm going upstairs is not, it's confusing.
Right. You need to get to, all right, well now I don't know how to get back.
Yeah, now here, and do this.
You need to get to that spot on the left. So go north, go north.
Oh, I was gonna try to go to the...
No, go to that spot below you.
Oh, but okay.
And now go right.
Oh.
There you go.
I did not know what you were trying to hit.
Yeah, now you do. The ball.
Yeah, I know. I figured it out.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, the yeah, so I was just crashing a lot. I wanted to make a silly raccoon man video. And,
Bring it back.
I did.
Bring it back. Raccoon man.
But now friends are like, do you want to go skiing? I'm like, I don't know if I do, man. I don't have like perfect knees. I work on them, but like.
But your body is failing you.
Slowly but surely, unfortunately.
I don't know, man. One of your more famous things is the fact that you broke your wrist trying hunting a kabuto. Like, there's a lot of people in this world that know you for that.
That doesn't make me feel very good. The way you phrased that. There's a lot of people in this world who know you for that. Like, that's the only thing they know my existence for.
Well, I mean, like, I hear from those people. Like, that's one of your videos on MandJTV that I think, like, really escaped to, like, a broader audience. Like, you did a really good job marketing it, but you marketed it off of the very unique thing that has only happened to one person in this world, and it is you. Which is good for getting that video out there. Bad if you do not want to be known for that. So you really, you know, YouTube is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, I got loose wrist ligaments. I've talked about how I had to like get this joystick to play any computer game with WASD movement because my wrist couldn't handle being face down like that for hours on end. It's fine.
Hey man, you know?
My body is failing me, but my mind is as sharp as ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that. You left it on the table to come up with some smart aleck remark, and I was like, you know what? No, he's got sad wrists.
Yeah, I noticed a grammatical error on a form the other day.
You did? Okay.
I did. That someone like a major like business, and they wrote might have instead of might have.
And how'd that make you feel?
Slightly superior.
You know?
Like, oh no, that's not how it is. That's not right. You silly company.
Hey man, you know, they might have successfully working wrists, but
yeah, they might.
They have a dumb form.
They do.
You know what, buddy? I'm glad you're able to show them. Don't let them win.
I didn't tell them about it.
Okay. You just stored it away?
I did. Yeah. To reveal in this video.
All right, well, are you gonna reveal the winning strategy? What are we gonna do here?
We're gonna leech seed them to death.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, hi. Sorry, didn't see you there. I was just thinking about our Patreon, patreon.com/JohnMichael&Co, where you can find exclusive videos nowhere else, including a lot of videos of John and I gaming together. It's refined and fun and includes very intellectual moments such as this. Frogs, John!
I'm waving, don't worry. Pop, 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 pop. What? Pop, 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 pop.
Okay.
Well, John, is this now your favorite game of all time?
Well, I mean, there is always Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge, but I mean, this is, you know, this is pretty good.
The link's in the description below. Thank you so much for supporting us, and back to the video.
Now, a mean man would walk you straight into a Candace joke, but I'm not gonna do that. Because I'm here to win.
I'm 30 years old, John. I've grown beyond Candace jokes.
You have definitely not grown past walking into them.
That I will give you.
Yeah, which is, that's why I'm trying to be a swell fella.
A swella. A swello.
Did you just get it? All right.
Some of the Pokemon in the anime have just absolutely ridiculous movesets. Or, like, voices, I mean to say. I was pulling up Kecleon's moveset as I was saying that.
Oh! This thing is now leech seated behind a substitute.
Glorious. Yeah, so it's got Substitute, Screech, Slash, and Shadow Sneak.
It'd be really nice if we had, like, anything on the team that could set up, but, I mean, I just don't see a reason not to stay in. Like, we're in a very ideal situation, and if we could leech seed the next Pokemon, pretty good.
Yeah.
Can you learn when, or learn, can you look when this thing learns Giga Drain?
Sure.
Okay, that did way more than I would like. So a crit would kill, probably just makes sense to go into the Geek.
It learns Giga Drain literally at the next level.
Really?
Yeah, 44.
Oh my god, I didn't want to get to 44 and accidentally over level it.
Well, if it makes you feel better or worse, Giga Drain's only 60 power in this gen.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they did not. When did they buff it? All those absorption moves were so bad for so long. Yeah, okay, they buffed it to 75 in Gen 5.
Okay.
And I believe Mega Drain is the modern day one that's 60. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh. It's 40.
It's just that Giga Drain is a big step.
Yeah, they only boosted Giga Drain.
All right, well, I mean, ideally, it'll just be good enough to break a substitute. That's all we really need. All
yeah,
right,
the color change is making it a little tricky because you hit it once and then it resists the next move, you know?
Wait, no, oh yeah, that is how color change. Wait, but it hasn't been changing typing.
Maybe it doesn't work if it's behind a substitute.
Does it have another ability or is it always color change?
It has a hidden ability, but my boy! What is she just like specializing in Gen 6? Or excuse me, is she specializing in Hoenn gimmick Pokemon?
Hey man, I don't know, but
and so she violently misplayed that. I thought there was a sunny day weather ball risk, and instead, that was crazy.
That is so sweet and adorable of you to say risk and cast form in the same sentence.
Look, man, a stab weather ball in the sun hurts no matter who's blasting it, okay? It'd be super effective.
It'd have to outspeed and then get that off. Skuntank
you think you could have one-shot it if it was neutral? Also, let me double check when this thing gets flamethrower.
I don't know. I know that the Geek is powerful and cast form is cast form.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. This has flamethrower.
Alrighty,
it has
okay.
Memento, which hopefully it just goes for. Memento, flamethrower, Night Slash, and Toxic.
Okay. Yeah, Toxic, kind of annoying. I could have gone to the Machamp hoping for that, but this seemed more probable. I could get a little, you know, frisky, switching to Machamp on the Toxic, get the Guts boost, but we have Rain up. This is just more straightforward, and they did go for Night Slash.
Yeah, thanks for setting up the Rain cast form. Always helping us out.
Yeah, always. You know what? It's like a little mascot showing up.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, that is satisfying.
Nutritious and delicious breakfast.
Wow. All right, well, thank you for your time. This was a great battle.
It was. I'm having a great time.
Well, it'd be really embarrassing to lose to like a crit takedown. It'd have to be like a mega super duper crit, but not today.
I also think Surf was stronger, by the way.
I just see these little birds and I just think, okay, you kill it with ice. Because of the dragon.
Surf with because of the rain. I think they'd be comparable.
No, I just always forget this guy's not dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't really make sense for Altaria to be dragon. So for that reason, why isn't this just dragon? I guess this looks more like a little baby bird, but Altaria doesn't look like a dragon.
I think there's like an origin behind Altaria being dragon that is like a mythical creature that's like not well known in Western.
Interesting.
Altaria may be based on a peng, a Chinese legendary bird of enormous size, said to travel 3,000 li.
Peng.
What is a li?
Peng dragon.
Oh, it's a Chinese mile.
Wait, what? I'm seeing a statue for Peng Dragon, and it does not look like Altaria. It looks like, what was is it Mushu? Little dragon dude?
Yeah, from Mulan.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, I don't know. The Wikipedia article just shows its wing.
Peng Dragon Cloud. Let me type that one in.
With cloud-like, yeah, it could travel 3,000 li in one flap of its mighty cloud-like wings.
You know what? Google's not helping me out. I trust them. They know their myths better than me.
A possible inspiration for Altaria's dragon type are the flying dragons, Fei Long, in Chinese mythology, known for flying through the sky by riding on clouds.
Oh,
Furthermore,
okay.
in Chinese mythology, deities, dragons, and other mythical creatures are commonly depicted mounting clouds.
Okay, so it's a Fei Long dragon?
I think
okay.
Fei Long might just be kind of a...
Oh, that's riding?
General term.
Oh. Okay. We're learning. I mean, that gym battle was boring, so now I'm learning.
Dude, honestly, after that Darkrai, I'm so happy it was boring.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm understanding more. I still don't get why Altaria looks like a bird. Like, I'm now questioning more why they didn't make it look like a cooler dragon, now that the origin of Altaria is infinitely cooler than how it looks. But you know what? We can't have everything.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have some cute Pokemon. They got their cool dragon in Hoenn with Salamence and
true.
Flygon.
Could
So
also
they
be
had
a
to have
cute
cuter
looking
one.
dragon rather than a cute bird.
Yeah, but it's partially based on the Bang, which is a bird.
Why can't I just always get what I want, okay?
Good question, man.
All right, so, I mean, I could teach it to you, actually. Let me see.
We do have access to the move deleter.
Oh, it already has strength. Boo.
Okay, we're gonna need an HM mule.
Well, I mean, we can just teach it to Machamp because it has Foresight. Now, I mean, we would rather give Machamp a better coverage move anyways than have to rely on this. But for right now, obviously, they send in a ghost. We are cooked. But I think that's okay. If we get into that position, we, I don't know.
We're fully dependent on Machamp. The run's just dead already.
All right, Mikey, here's a question. What would you rather be known for? Sad wrists and shiny Kabuto, or the guy that lost the hardcore Nuzlocke to a Gengar because they only had the champ left?
Sad
or the
wrists and shiny Kabuto.
Okay.
Because the sad wrists story still ended in victory.
Okay, that's fair.
I put my body on the line for my goal, and I achieved it. Losing the hardcore Nuzlocke would just be sad.
I don't know why I'm gonna bring this up because it's not really, I mean, it's not like a negative thing, but it's like something that you haven't had to deal with a lot in your career because you were, I mean, you were pretty on top of the YouTube thing for a while. I had some solid ideas for a while, but I was not a marketing genius. But do you ever look back at what you did in Let's Go and just think like, man, I was so ahead of my time that I missed out on one of the biggest shiny hunting videos ever, but still put in all the work?
No. But now I'm going to.
Yeah. I think about that every once in a while when you bring up that I got every single shiny in Let's Go and beat every single one of those trains. I don't think anyone's ever done that. Like Johnstone did his incredible video on the Professor Oak Let's Go challenge. I don't recall anyone doing, I mean, you could still do it, Mikey. I don't see why not. You have the footage. You legitimately caught every single shiny, like over time. Dude, is this a new encounter?
Yes, it is.
Pretty good.
I got distracted. Yeah, pretty good. I got distracted by our discussion that I was gonna look to see whether it made sense to repel to the grass or not. But you were too quick.
I mean, Electivire is one of the better Pokemon we've gotten.
Yeah, it is. That is a good Pokemon. Fully evolved, like...
Mega Drain, I guess it could kill.
Yeah, it's only level 22, man.
Yeah, but Mega Drain is 40 and this thing is weak. I don't think it would kill, but I can understand being a little bit... We have a lot of Ultra Balls.
We'll have so many balls.
Okay, well, you're one of those way before I just Mega Drain it. Okay, I'm Mega Draining it. Or Leech Seeding. Do you want the timer or do you want the risk?
Hold on. Anxiety. Okay, so Electivire at this level knows Shockwave, Swift, Low Kick, and Thunder Shock. This catch rate? Catch rate is so low. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, we might have to Mega Drain it.
I mean, I could be wrong. But you saw, we couldn't break a Kecleon substitute. Yeah.
Oh! Okay. Wow, crit would have killed.
Well,
the Kecleon was our level, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, a crit in Gen 4 and below, a crit can almost always kill.
Yeah, true.
That is the, like, it's easy to forget how broken crits were back then, but it's like everything. That's why I lost my first shiny. I had no other moves I could go for. It was like level 7. And crits just did double damage is crazy. Because if you only do half damage to something, you're like, ah, man, that wasn't that much. As soon as you crit it, you're up to 100.
Oh, nuts. Yeah!
That was a lot of noises.
It was. I'm proud of them. Okay. Oh my god. All right, let me pull up the nickname list. We nickname all of our Pokemon in our playthroughs after our tier 3 patrons. Patreon.com/JohnMichael&Co. I'm a little worried that I failed to cross one out. Did we already name a Pokemon Reshiram?
I don't remember, man.
Give me a moment. Hold on. I can figure this out. Super Bowl.
Yes.
Go Birds.
I was like, wait, are you trying to start a conversation?
Yep.
I mean, the problem with this Super Bowl is there's nothing to talk about because it was just so dominant.
Okay, we caught the unknown and we named it Reshiram.
Okay.
I did forget to cross it out. Okay, look, I figured that out pretty quickly.
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, so this one's nickname is going to be Moonlight.
Okay.
All one word, only the M is capital.
Moonlight.
But yeah, back to the
Smiley face.
getting all the shiny. Back to getting all the shinies and stuff. I could try and figure out a video. I'm not certain if I do still have all the footage though.
Oh yeah, I mean, the reason I brought it up is I just think it's very interesting. I mean, I've been making Pokemon content since Gen 4 when people did not believe we would ever get a Gen 5, right? I've been around for so long. And I mean, I remember one of the videos you did somewhat recently, though successful on MandJTV, I was like, hey, look, just do this. Nobody, like, I remember finding this in high school and it was my most successful video. No one talks about it anymore and people still love this. Like, there are so many things we've been around and see be successful and this, that, and the other. And the really crazy thing with Pokemon is only in the last few years have people really learned. Oh, is there no one in here?
I'm not sure.
But as I was saying, to finish the point, only the last few years have people really figured out how to, you know, make like these very viral videos. And it's crazy to think you got every single shiny in Let's Go and beat the, what were the trainers? The
Master Trainer.
A Master Trainer. Do people even remember that exists? Like it's a
Probably
really,
not.
It's such a cool challenge that you did, you know? And it's like, hey, it's not going to be make or break for your career. You have been unbelievably successful. Shout out to Mr. Mikey, man. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of fascinating to look back at, you know, some of these old things. And I still think some of the best ideas have been like completely forgotten about, and they were just done in like the 5th gen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like just, or maybe not built as well as they could have been.
Yeah, well, yeah, the branding. I mean, when I started, you couldn't do thumbnails.
Yeah. I remember distinctly the first Pokemon video I made. So the first Pokemon video I made technically was Pokemon Talk #1, which I made during high school. But then the summer after I graduated was when I was like, I'm gonna start actually like trying to make more Pokemon videos. How Old is Ash Ketchum was the second one of that summer. The first one was showing off my fake starter Pokemon.
Okay.
And I had to re-render and re-upload that video like 7 times to get it so one of the auto-generated thumbnails was actually one of the full screen pictures of one of my starters.
Wow, that's
it was
brilliant.
Infuriating.
But even that, I mean, that's super, like, you're on top of it back then.
I was, yeah. And now it has a custom thumbnail because I unlocked that later. But like the thumbnail for How Old is Ash Ketchum was one of the auto-generated ones, and I was like, that actually looks pretty good. Like, it was fan art that I used without permission, which I regret, but like, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. But
do we have to go back here? Is this what it is?
Yes, it is. Have you healed at all?
I'm pretty, well, I don't even think anything got hurt.
Oh yeah, you used like the potion and the paralyze heal.
Yeah. Is it here
there
or
are
your
no
side?
wild Pokemon in the Acuity Cavern. We can go there and see what the Lake Trio turn into after we do the Sky Pillar stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
But that will be later. Not Sky Pillar. What a silly thing of me to say. Spear Pillar.
Wait, where the heck is the dude? Where do you get the key? I always forget where you get the key.
I think you talked to a guy out front. That guy. Talk to him.
Guy? There's so many things like this in older games where it's like you forget where to go and you just have to talk to one random person. It's like, oh, now I can move on.
My first playthrough of Ruby, I was stuck in Slateport for so long because I didn't know you had to go into the building and talk to like some like Captain Stern or like Doc, like one of those two guys who then tells you to go to the museum. I had no idea. And so I'd been stuck there for so long, my mom was like, why don't you try talking to like everyone? And then I did, and I was like, nothing, I haven't noticed anything, because I wasn't, apparently I was not reading things. And and then I just happened to notice one day that the grunts blocking the entrance to the museum were gone. And I was like, oh, wait, huh? And then I went in, and I moved on.
I think I had a pretty similar experience, honestly. There was one in Fire Red, like there's the extra islands and all that stuff, right?
Right.
There's some Rocket storyline I never finished. You have to get like multiple passwords to talk to a guy. And I talked to like literally every single person I could find in the game. And I found what the passwords were. I knew the passwords myself and I just couldn't get the right dialogue. I still to this day don't know what I did wrong, and I've never gone back and tried it again.
This is the post-game Team Rocket stuff?
Yeah, like so deep in the post game.
Gotcha.
So I don't even know. You may have never done it. Like it just, I don't know.
I think I probably did it, but I also like, I was very much a guidebook kid. And so I might have had that to follow. I feel like I didn't have the Ruby. I did have the Ruby guidebook eventually, but maybe I didn't have it at that exact time. I don't know.
Oh yeah, cause yeah, you did start a little bit older. So like, I mean, when you're very, very young, a guidebook is pretty pictures.
Yeah, I was 9 when I got Ruby. It was literally my 9th birthday.
Gyarados doesn't have Earthquake, right? That would be an insane thing.
I'm pretty sure, don't do anything. Because I want to make 100% sure. I'm quite confident Gyarados only gets it by TM.
Me too.
So, yeah, that is I am correct. So at 40, Gyarados will know Rain Dance, Aqua Tail, Ice Fang, Twister.
Death. Death. All right, Mikey, hear me out, right?
Yeah.
You know how the last time you shiny hunted for all the Pokemon, your wrist became sad? What if you do it again in a bigger game and then hurt both of your wrists? and then make a big video. Thoughts?
I did hurt both of my wrists in Let's Go. It's just only one of them was a little worse than the other one.
Yeah, only one of them had the cast.
Also, like, you said, like, you know, I could just retell. Sorry, got reaction. I could retell the story, but there were actually a few of those shinies that I did not get in Let's Go. I got them in Pokemon Go, and I transferred them in.
Oh, I know. Yeah. You told me the whole thing. If you did it, I mean, that's how you finish it, right? Like, that's how you finish the video.
Yeah, getting the ones that I only got in Pokemon Go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
Yeah, it's very annoying. It's very fascinating to look back. You know, I mean, like, getting every single shiny legitimately and doing every one of those trainers, like really completing the game. I just think, it's such a difficult thing for anyone to accomplish. It takes so much time and determination. So I don't know, it's interesting to see how content evolves and YouTube evolves, and can be very fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean,
it also, like, it's also something I'm not sure I would do again, just because, like, when I did it, I was streaming it. And
yeah,
so,
I don't
like,
think you would.
Yeah, when you stream a long, tedious task, you still get some benefit, like, as you're going through it, because you're interacting with your fans, you know, you're getting subscriptions, etc., etc. But, like, nowadays, I'm not a streamer, and so it's like doing anything that requires a long, grueling, tedious task that also, like, has no guaranteed, like, end point, you know? It's not like this is gonna take 20 hours, but, like, if I get an hour, like, I'm a 1/20th of the way there. Shiny hunting isn't like that. So it's just like, I got better things to do.
Well, it's so interesting, because, like, also now you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do all of this for the eventual video. Back then I'm gonna do all of this because I just kind of want to do this. And I need something to stream. It's always interesting how things change. And I mean, I'll never, like, forget, you know, when I first made a viral video on I think my second channel ever, you know, it was back in high school. I had just fallen down a rabbit hole of, like, all of these Pokemon theories and all these interesting facts and things that you have to dig in deep to find. And if my transition to college, my first roommate, if that whole, like, situation didn't work out as badly as it did, I would have made the same content you are making at the same time, actually a little bit earlier. And that could have changed everything. We could have been maybe not rivals, but more like we're making similar content. I don't know if we would have been good friends after that, right? Like, it's like colleagues, but, you know, almost competing in a way. Yeah. So when I think back then, I don't really have any regrets of, like, oh man, like, I could have been a lot more successful a lot earlier. It's I like looking like, oh, that's crazy. Like, that, it is crazy that almost happened. I've told you that my first video that blew up, I didn't even know, because I was so focused on the new channel and competitive Pokemon. I didn't know.
And it was also like significantly delayed after posting, right? It was like a year or something.
I don't know if it was a year, but it was like I made a few videos with like theory type videos. I went to college. It's difficult to record in college when you're, like, in a double, you know, like, I ended up having, like, the switch rooms. There's a lot that, like, just went in, like, not a, like, fantastic start to my college experience. And, you know, I just wasn't focused on YouTube in those, like, first month or two. And then X and Y came out. I'd broken my thumb playing football. And
that's a way cooler way to break it than shiny hunting.
So I was, like, focused on playing through XY just so I could competitively battle. You know, I was all in on the competitive battling stuff. So my mom eventually told me about, like, the check she was getting, and she's like, where do you think this money was coming from? I'm like, what do you, I didn't know you were depositing money. Like, I didn't even know there was money coming to me. That's when I looked at the old channel. They had 800,000 views, and this is
holy hell. That's an insane number to not notice. I knew it blew up and you didn't notice for a while. I didn't know it had gotten to 800,000 views in 2013.
Well, and here's the other really fascinating part of the story. The competitive Pokemon scene, there were multiple people within the scene that would, like, actively make fun of you and bully you if you were, like, trying to succeed on YouTube. It was very much like you know, like, we're doing this for the love of the game. You know, it was really like, you're not, and you kind of see it in sports still. You know, there's some athletes that, like, try to have a social media presence, and there's, I mean, it's, you know, different, but Like when you're in a sport or something competitive, there's this weird mentality of like you're doing this for the love, the passion of it, to get better, to compete.
A lot of people who make art can kind of fall into that as well. It's like, you know, not like I would nowhere near the majority, but people are like, you know, if you try to make money off of your art, you are poisoning it. And I'm like,
right.
I don't agree with you.
Well, and even back then, I remember when the first Pokemon YouTubers got partnered and could start making money, there was this huge uproar in the entire Pokemon community. Like there was this interesting back and forth. So to be at like, if you can jump into something when something's been normalized, it's way easier than being a part of like kind of moving up, because it's at this point a no-brainer. Hey, ditch your competitive channel, go back and make theory videos. Dumb, you got 800,000 views. You're a poor college kid. Go do that instead.
yeah.
But it was so different, and you know, I don't know. I just think it's fun to look back at those things, and I don't personally feel any regret or any tough feelings. I'm sure other people would definitely feel differently. So it's proceed with caution if you're in a spot. I mean,
it all worked out for you in the long run. So even when
it didn't, and I never looked back at it poorly. If I did,
good.
We wouldn't be friends, man. If I looked back at that poorly, there's no way I could have stood like watching you have 1 million subscribers as I like barely am getting any views on a video. Like, man, that could have been me. That would have been the end of the friendship. I just truly never looked at it that way. I was like, huh, like that's crazy. I didn't
think
do
it's
that.
a testament to your maturity and quality of character.
Well, it's very sweet. I was not expecting a compliment that, wow. All right, we're going to keep moving on. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're going to get away from these gross puddles on the ground.
That is a good question. What is happening here?
Like, it's the basement. The water gets into basements sometimes, right?
Yeah, I guess yeah, they do.
We don't have basements here, so I don't really know as much, but
no, they absolutely do.
Yeah, you can go back up to the Pokemon Center and stuff now. Yep. You can go in the front door. But yeah, so for those of you watching, if you live in an area where that like every house has a basement, there are parts of the United States where that is not true. Like almost no houses in Texas have basements because the water table is too high. And the ground is too hard. Like, if you dig into my yard, there's like rocks, like just buried. So rocks. Yeah, like they just don't build basements in much of, like I have, the last house I lived in that had a basement was
Alaska?
The house I was born in Alaska.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I would have just never really thought about that. Because, like, one thing that I've always wanted is, I had finished basements. Well, my parents finished a basement growing up. Like, we didn't always have a finished basement. But once I had that, I just really like it. It's a nice place, you know, play, like video games, you know, put, like, a foosball table down there, maybe darts, like, some fun. Like, it's there. You could put some, like, cool things in the finished basement. Exactly. So you get it. There's so many fun things you can put down in the basement, but then they don't have to like clutter anything upstairs. Like you can have like a specific game room. That's always been like kind of a dream of mine. Now, the house I have is a really like big basement, but to finish it, I'd have to be like, I will be here for the next 30 years. This is not only
you're not confident you'll stay in the house that long.
No, I mean,
I'm kind of,
we have an ice type in.
Oh yeah, dude, that's so sick.
Yeah, that did like 5 damage to us because Mamoswine is the best.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. There was a time where I was sad Tyranitar died, but now it worked out for the best. Now, if this Mamoswine dies, the series just might be over.
Mamoswine dying, like, I feel we'd either have to be about to lose or make a pretty colossal mistake. Tyranitar is very easy to kill off.
Yeah, 4 times weakness and a lot of other weaknesses.
Very real drawbacks, like incredible in so many ways. But when you see it competitively, it's not like, wow, that thing's going to live forever. It's, oh no, that's terrifying. It's a chess piece you usually kill off. Yeah, like
what does Wolfie say? It's good despite its typing, not because of it.
Right.
Wow, this could kill that Curlia like 3 times. I didn't really know this until recently, but Kirlia is like super weak.
Okay, say more.
Like it, so, I always just kind of like think about like, you know, 3 stages, like knowing Gardevoir's final power. So Gardevoir's final base stat total is 518, which is just slightly lower than a fully evolved starter. They tend to be around 530. So Gardevoir's a good, strong Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the second stage starters tend to have base stat totals a little over 400. Like 410, 420, around there. Kirlia's base stat total, Kirlia, the middle one, is 278.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Wow.
It is ridiculously weak. Like, HP 38, attack and defense both 35, special attack 65, special defense 55, speed 50. Ralts is down at 198. When it evolves into Kirlia, it gains less than 100 base stat points.
I am so fascinated with this, and usually that is a bad sign when it comes to MandJTV videos. But
What do you mean?
Well, like, I know so much Pokemon that if you want to get to the broadest audience, you don't want to be like fascinating the guy who like dove into who threw away, like, I could have made the theory videos to focus on singles competitive. Right, I'm like deep in the weeds, but I find that so fascinating. I'm sure there's so many different like evolutions and things like that with Pokemon families you wouldn't expect. Like, is Krabby and then Kingler, is their attack stats like very similar?
Well, let me find out. I happen to have the list of all Pokemon's base stats open. So Krabby's attack is 105,
which is absurd.
Yeah, Kingler's is 130.
Okay. Closer than you would expect, but not like that crazy.
Yeah, so Kirlia has the same base stat total as Fletchling.
That's insane.
It's only slightly stronger than Squovet and Tynamo.
Tynamo?
It is weaker than Budew.
I don't know, man. I find this so fascinating. I had no idea Kirlia was that bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, it makes sense you didn't know because it's a middle stage, you know? So, like, even if you're doing Little Cup, you're not doing Kirlia. You're not using Kirlia, you know?
No, and I think it's, like, really interesting, especially in, like, a Nuzlocke situation, because if you get a Ralts, you're like, oh, wow, a Gardevoir is going to be so good, and if I can just get it to be a Kirlia, it's usable, but you're not looking at the base stat total, you're just assuming it's got to be decent.
Yeah, I'd be curious to like, maybe I should make a video about this. No one's
I find it so fascinating.
Like, I think I actually did make a video about this. That was like the top 10 strongest Pokemon that start out as the weakest.
Yeah.
I would be curious to like, because 518 minus 278 is a base stat total jump of 240. What is Gyarados to Magikarp is of course going to be bigger. That's 540, I mean, but
the main thing is the fact that it's a 3-stage, because I expect, you know, the 2-stage, like a crazy jump. That's why those exist. Like, that's the whole point of them. But this one is shocking.
I only found it out like within the last year or two. I don't even remember how. I just like, wait, what the hell? That starts with a 2. Why does that start with a 2? It's a middle stage.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the cool thing with this, and it's funny. If anyone ever was curious of like how the MandJTV like idea, like how do you come up with ideas for that? Some of the ideas are just me and Mikey talking Pokemon, and it's like, dude, that's really cool. Like, you should dive into that more. Yeah.
So I'm now curious, like, what middle stages are weaker than Kirlia? The cocoons are. The various cocoons. Cocoonaz, Metapods, Silcoon. Spupa.
Spoopy Doopy.
Spoopy Doopy. And then I'm still scrolling. Smeargle's weaker, but that was on purpose and it's not a middle stage.
Do we battle him here?
Yep. I'll get the stuff out. Don't worry. I'm prepared to Google. Jigglypuff is technically a middle stage now because of its base form.
Yeah.
It's 270. But then that appears to be the Cocoons and Jigglypuff. I might have missed one. But
That's crazy.
yeah.
All right, we gotta lock in. Lock in. Lock in.
Woo! Curly is dead. Our Pokemon are alive. Excellent start.
All right, Yanma. I mean, I'll just switch because, like, why just risk anything? We can go into Geek very easily. Yeah, because it doesn't get any ground moves. It's just Ancient Power.
It's gonna know Wing Attack, Hypnosis, Ancient Power, and Pursuit.
It
didn't go for Pursuit.
Yeah. I don't think it would have done much, but it would have been spicy.
Yep.
Okay. Speed boost. Wasting it on Yanma.
Already boosting your speed, you silly thing.
It's gonna boost all of its stats right here. Whew, nice.
Oh,
Tricked
wow,
it.
that would have ended the run.
Could you imagine? That we just wouldn't be able to post this. the footage was lost. We have to end the series. We don't have a reason. Woo.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Regigigas is always a spooky Pokemon, but I think the smartest thing, no matter what, is go immediately into Machamp and just start smacking it around. We cannot, like, mess around with, like, Discharge and it gets its act together. You have to super effectively punch him.
So, weirdly enough, I believe if I'm reading this list correctly, it knows Revenge, Foresight, Confuse Ray, and Knockoff. It doesn't have a normal type move.
That helps immensely. And I mean, if we don't punch ourselves in the face, I think we kill. Yes! Or at least close, because that's a...
Yeah, the fist plates, we lost that. That's going to drop damage a little bit.
Ooh.
Oh, now we're just good to Karate Chop, right?
Yes, sir. Wabba!
Come on, King. Yeah!
Nice. Wow, after Darkrai, this has just been very satisfying.
Knock on wood, we're not done yet, man.
We have Mamoswine now. Everything is different.
We had Mamoswine against the Darkrai.
We have Mamoswine now. Everything is different. See, we can bring Mamoswine in on the Arbok.
So, in a clip of the Basement Yard, I know I bring them up all the time. I do watch their podcast twice a week, so just gonna happen. Okay, real quick. Arbok at 46 knows Gastro Acid, Mud Bomb, Spit Up, and Swallow. I think it might know Spit Up and Swallow, but not know Stockpile.
I mean, it could have made sense to go into Magnezone. Obviously, it was going to go into this, like, more times than not, but that Mud Bomb would have been devastating.
Yeah, it would have. But anyways, I watch Basement Yard a lot of times, and occasionally they bring up Pokemon. It's usually Frankie because he's a much bigger nerd, and Joey makes fun of Frankie a lot for his, like, childish interests. And I'm sitting here, like, making Pokemon videos for a living, like, Joey, relax. But, like, Frankie one time, like, busted out an Arbok impression from the anime. And it was very funny because, like, I've done an Arbok impression a bunch of times. Like, Chabuk! You know.
There it is.
But for some reason, Frankie did it like this. Charbuk! He rolled the R like it was Spanish. And Joe was like, oh my God, that was so good. And I'm like, I mean, it was close. A lot of, like, you added to it.
Hey man, but that's the artistic flair. That's why you show up every week, twice a week, as you say.
He like did a thing with his head too. It was so funny. We will have to battle Saturn. He won't be as strong as Cyrus, but that is coming up.
Our Pokemon are pretty much all healed.
Yeah. Wait, did we pick up the Master Ball?
I'm pretty sure I did. Yes.
Nice. Good work, man. Also focused on my Arbok story.
See, no, this is
Arbok story.
I mean, if this goes well enough, there's a world where we eventually do a Soul Link, right? And if we do that, there's less time for stories. So right now...
Oh no, I like telling stories.
I mean, you can still tell stories, but you may lose a Pokemon and then your happiness will fade away as you stare into the void.
Oh,
But
no.
that's not guaranteed. We may never do that. So for now, hey, get your stories in.
I liked that
Bucko.
Telegraph animation. Like, it didn't move its arm at all. It just, like, opened its hand.
It's intimidating. It
Let me
wants
check out
me
its
to kill
moveset.
it.
Because it's a stone evolution, I think it's just gonna know what it's like. Okay.
I
What
killed
level is
it.
it for? Oh. Alright. Nope. Okay.
Oh no, it's Nidoran. Whatever shall I do?
Busts out horn drill.
That would be so funny.
It would be really funny. I would be so mad, but also so happy. Like, that would be like, we need to make this a short.
Yeah, that's how you lose a playthrough right there.
Yeah, Nidoran cannot learn horn drill.
It's got a little chubby belly. Like it's got baby fat on it. I mean, this is just, it's mean. I'm a criminal for what I'm doing right here.
Yeah.
Man. It is funny when people, you know, bring up like, oh, what if Pokemon was real? There are just so many reasons of like why the world would stop to exist. But I think a funny one is just like a battle, like every time you go for Earthquake, you're splitting the earth. Like there are so many things that would have ended, like Magcargo, sure, everything's gone immediately. Tyranitar's eating mountains. There's just some moves where it's like, what do you mean every time it's an earthquake? Or magnitude. Oh no, magnitude 10. Like, what do you mean you got magnitude 10?
Yep.
Nasty plot.
Yeah, it does not have a special move. It is weird that it knows that.
Oh. Yeah. I'm just gonna go into Machamp. I mean,
wait, we have toxic spikes are up.
Yeah, but guts. We can also go into the bat. We'll go into the bat.
I'm not really worried about the Apom.
This is just more for peace of mind for one Mikey McMikey man.
Oh, well, that's very considerate of you.
Now it's purple bat versus purple monkey. Purple bat win.
Gen 2.
Yippee!
Like a Gen 2 penguin.
Gen 2 is such a funny generation. Just like the decks we got, so random.
Yeah, this will be relevant in an upcoming video of mine on plays. But even in Gen 4, you cannot use Houndour or Houndoom before beating the league.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I know where you were going with it.
Like, there were some Pokemon that they made impossible to get until post-game, until Gen 2, I mean to say.
Wait.
What?
Is there a way to go out here or no? Huh.
Yeah, you go back to Cyrus's office, and then you'll go down.
Oh, and then it's gone. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But yeah, like Murkrow, you originally could not get until post-game.
Yeah.
They made it available in the Safari Zone to make up for that. Because the Safari Zone in Johto did not exist in Gen 2.
Right.
However, Houndour, and I'm sure there are other Pokemon they did this, they made it in the Safari Zone. But it's like, assuming I did not misunderstand the complicated mechanics of that ridiculous Safari Zone, Houndour only shows up in like one of the biomes, but you have to have multiple like blocks placed to give points.
Oh, I remember this.
It's like the plains biome with like 4 forest points or something like that for Houndour. And based on what I read, you can't actually do that. You can't place any blocks until you have the National Pokedex.
Yep.
So it's like Houndour and Houndoom are Johto Pokemon. They don't let you get until post-game. And that's like, who authorized this?
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's still busted. I think we gotta come back for this after.
Yeah. Where do we go now? Is it the mountain?
It's mountain time.
I mean, if it's mountain time, it might be goodbye time. Because
yeah, I'd agree with that call. I mean, we're just shy of an hour in, and
we've told stories, we've reminisced, we've destroyed trainers with ease. I mean,
honestly, really nice. Great way to start the day. A nutritious breakfast followed by a nutritious breakfast.
Couldn't have said it any better, buddy. You want to sign us off as I'm shining the badge?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching. We will see you for the next episode. Have a good week. Goodbye.
Bye.